MotorWeek is made possible by Auto Value and Bumper to Bumper and TireRack.com.
If you follow our long-term test reports, you know we're pretty fond of this Mitsubishi Mirage. Those of you who are interested in the car also know it's available from Dodge and Chrysler Plymouth dealers under the name Colt. Well, now there's a fourth outlet for the same basic car, Chrysler's new Jeep Eagle division, where the Mirage goes by the name of Summit. If you're wondering about the wisdom of selling the same basic car in so many places, understand that there are some differences in the way the cars are sold. At Jeep Eagle, there's a special twist. If you want a Summit, you have a choice of one body style, and one body style only. That's right. This Eagle Summit arrived at MotorWeek with something that our long-term Mirage hatchback lacks: 2 extra doors and a trunk. It's a big trunk, too. There's more space here than in most other small sedans, and a low liftover for easy loading. Eagle hopes that by offering only the sedan version of the Mirage platform, it will attract more affluent buyers to the Eagle nameplate. However, we should note that only a different grille distinguishes this Summit from an otherwise identical Mirage sedan. That aside, buyers who come around for a look will find a car that's just as handsome, if more formal, than its better-known Mitsubishi counterpart. 2 trim grades are offered on the Summit: an economical DL or a more fully equipped LX. Choose the LX and you can also opt for an engine upgrade to this 1.6-liter dual overhead cam 4-cylinder. 16 valves help it to produce 113 horsepower. The base engine is a 1.5-liter single cam unit that makes a very economical 81 horsepower. Power flows through a slick 5-speed manual transmission. A 4-speed automatic is optional. Power goes to the front wheels. In this case, the same odd-looking 15-inch alloys as on our Mirage Turbo. Ugly wheels or not, the car turns in excellent performance. 0 to 60 takes 11.1 seconds, and the quarter mile ends in 18 seconds at 76 miles per hour. If that seems slow in comparison to our long-term Mirage, bear in mind that our Mirage gets a turbocharger on top of those 16 valves. Though not as exciting as the Mirage Turbo, the normally aspirated Summit power plant is smoother under acceleration, but the same mushy clutch that slows us in the Mirage cuts time here as well. Handling is good for all Mirage-based cars, and the Summit is no exception. But convertible-like flex in its chassis gave our Summit test car an unusual feel in some situations. But steering feel is excellent, better than in our Mirage, though we can't explain why. As a result, the Summit shrugs off emergency situations like they're nothing. Tons of grip and no nasty surprises. Braking is accomplished with 14-inch disc on all 4 wheels. They're part of the 1.6-liter high-performance package and bring the Summit down from 60 miles per hour with distances averaging to 121 feet. There was a touch of rear lockup in our car, but a firm pedal offers good control for straight, smooth stops. The Summit's interior is identical to that of the Mirage. Unfortunately, that means the same choice of garish seat covers. Everything else here is purposeful and efficient. Mitsubishi is devoting a lot of attention to interior design these days, and it shows. While the seats are no better looking than those in the Mirage, they are just as comfortable. Between the useful manual adjustments and the LX's standard tilt and telescoping wheel, it's possible to find a fine driving position. A position that gives you a good view of the sparse, cramped gauge package. Mitsubishi designers would be wise to spread things out a bit and add an oil pressure gauge. Almost everything else is right where you need it, though a higher stereo position would make this nice AM/FM cassette unit much more usable. There must be an engineering reason why car designers always bury stereos. It's more pleasant to bury yourself in the big back seat. There's a lot more room here than the Summit size would lead you to expect. Rear shoulder belts are here too, as well as a split-folding rear seat on our LX. Highway ride is a bit choppy over rough surfaces, but interior sound remains a reasonable 68 decibels. The EPA gas mileage rating is 29 city, 35 highway. We got 33 miles per gallon. We also got a price tag that starts at $9,622. Full options brought it up to $13,668. Not out of sight, but getting up there. By comparison, a comparably equipped Honda Civic LX has a list price of a few $100s less. It's somewhat quicker too, thanks to its own potent 1.6-liter 16-valve engine. It matches the Summit in handling, but has less interior space. The Geo Prism LSI also costs less. It offers similar interior space and a 5-door hatchback model, but it trails the Summit in overall performance. In our safety check, the Summit passes with front passive restraints and rear shoulder belts. Anti-lock brakes are not available. They're not on the competition either. Hits start with the Summit's sharp styling. We also like its spacious interior, generous luggage space, efficient brakes, and, like the Mirage before it, performance with a few reservations. A mushy clutch keeps performance from getting our full endorsement. We also don't care for the incomplete gauges and poor stereo location. These are minor faults, however, unlikely to stop anyone from buying a Summit. The folks at Eagle made a wise choice when they picked the Summit to bolster their model lineup. At a time when all nameplates are fighting for buyers, this Summit should bring a flock of new ones to the Eagle nest.
The MotorWeek app, which includes our latest reviews and feature stories, is now available for mobile devices.